Nullite timere, to wait, do not be afraid, or be not afraid. Luke chapter 12, verse 32. These were the words of encouragement that Jesus, more than 2,000 years ago, addressed to his disciples. Jesus assured them solely and overly to depend on God. This is the motto of the second bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso. We have an exclusive interview with the second bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso, Most Reverend Samuel Nkuah-Boateng. Congratulations.
Thank you,
my Lord Bishop. We are happy to have you on Lumen Christi TV. This is a collaboration between the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso, the Episcopal of the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso, and Lumen Christi TV. You are welcome live on Lumen Christi TV.
Thank you. I'm also happy to encounter you.
Great. My Lord Bishop, would you want to share with us how you felt on the 26th of January 2023 when the announcement was made that Pope Francis had elected you as the second bishop of Wiawso?
The feelings were mixed. Combination of sorrow and happiness.
I can imagine.
But you should also understand that prior to the date that you've just mentioned, I was at the news switcher, so the news was made known to me. But on that very day, I'm sure you saw the crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You see them, you are very happy. But at times you look at the nature of the work, the challenges involved, the possibility of, being afraid may be there, but I was not afraid. So I was very happy.
You have been a priest for 23 years. And today, we are happy to call you the second bishop of the Diocese of Wiawso. What memories do you have of your priesthood?
Oh, I think about it in terms of service. Whether 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, regardless of the number of years that we have. Everything ought to be understood within the context of service. So whether you're a bishop, whether you're a pope or a cardinal, whatever, if it's not understood within the context of service, for me, I don't think it will be meaningful to me.
What it means is that you have rendered selfless service to the church for 23 years.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So some say uneasy is the head that wears the crown. But would you say your appointment as bishop is a big challenge?
Oh, the issue of challenge is part and parcel of our life. It's a process that ought to lead you to your destination. The challenge will be there. But what strategies do you put in place to address the challenges? I think that's the issue that you need to consider here.
So you see it more of an opportunity to serve your people?
Precisely. I understood and always understand challenge in the context of opportunity.
Quite interesting. As the second bishop of Wiawso, having worked closely with Bishop Emeritus, how long have you worked with him?
I was ordained in 2001. So since then, till yesterday that I was...
He ordained you as priest?
I was the first to be ordained.
Congratulations then.
So, firstborn.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You must be proud of yourself.
Oh, of course.
Yes, to be the first son, and today you have succeeded him.
Yes.
Congratulations once
you.
again. So what are some of your priority areas, having worked with him in various departments of the diocese? What are going to be some of your priority areas you are going to be tackling?
You need to critically look at evangelization. You look at the challenges confronting our youth. Our relationship with the religious. Our relationship with the laity. Our relationship with even those who are not Catholics. Because within our enclave, within the setup, as the bishop has been saying, it's conterminous with the political setup, the boundaries. So all these people within our setup, you need to collaborate with them and ensure that the well-being of the people becomes our priority.
Quite interesting. You talked about evangelization. What is going to be your approach to evangelization in your diocese?
You see, the small Christian communities ought to be looked at again. The time when John the Baptist was preaching, people were coming to him. But when Christ came, he was going to the people. Some of the challenges within the 21st century is for the church to move out. Quite recently, the nuncio was talking about the visibility, that the church in Ghana is not visible. I think it's a concern that you need to address. You should take the church to the people. It will be one of the approaches.
Wow.
You need to visit our people. You need to engage them. The spirit of the synod ought to be activated. And I'm sure with all these things and everybody on board, I trust my people.
Absolutely.
We'll be able to move forward within the context of evangelization.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am wondering which of the models we are using for evangelization. We are told we have the fisherman's model, we have the yes, and so I am wondering which of the models you combine all. Yes.
Because now, 21st century, no one ideology will be able to solve the problems of the world.
I sincerely appreciate even the way you have accepted to grant us this interview. Shows clearly that you even appreciate the approach of using the mass media to communicate, to evangelize. I must say I'm impressed. And would you want to say that the young people will be a priority for you?
Topmost priority.
Wow.
Topmost priority. You shouldn't leave them. They love the church. They are working for the church. They are killing themselves for the church. You should let them also know that the church loves them. Topmost priority.
Wow. I'm happy to know that the young people of the Diocese of Wiawso will be your topmost priority. How do you intend to engage them? What kind of collaboration do you wish to have with them, their leadership?
The leadership, I think they have the umbrella body. Definitely, quarterly, you engage them. You politely ask them to submit their strategies. The bodies within the church will examine those strategies because though bishop, you don't work alone. Problem with finances, you should do our best to help them. And I think once they feel that you love them, they will always feel comfortable to come to us. So the problems of the world could easily be solved by meaningful engagement. So once we're able to engage them, they don't feel like, oh, you're talking about the issue of clericalism. I'm a priest. The young people, you are coming to bother us. Come to stage, what do you call demonstration against us. So when they are coming to you, you are not prepared to listen to them. It's time you listen to the leaders of the church. And I believe they are the young people.
I'm happy you have touched and focused on the young people. What is your special message for them? Look at them and deliver your message to the young people, having assumed this office, Episcopal office, Episcopate. Please deliver your message to the young people.
Oh, my dear young people, the message is clear. Do not be afraid. God is still with us.
Interesting. You have touched on your motto. And for me, I think this is where I'm quite interested to know what inspired the choice of your motto.
Oh, throughout my life, God has been with me. One thing I believe is it's high time you solely relied on God. Because from the process A to the destination, you'll be using the day of ordination as a destination. No matter how mixed the experiences have been, I always see the hand of God. So even in the motto, you see the finger. Absolutely. You're surrounded by a hollow that is representing the finger of God.
Quite interesting.
So it's important to understand, as Christians, for me, whatever happens to me in my life, I see God's finger. So that's why He's there.
Wow.
I mean, with this, why should you be afraid?
Absolutely.
You shouldn't be afraid.
Yeah.
So, my dear young people, no laity temere, you plural. It's not you singular. No laity is plural. You plural. Do not be afraid. Christ is still Christ.
Wow.
The power of the resurrection is still at work. The power of the Spirit is still at work.
Nullite numeri. And that is the message from the second bishop of the Diocese of Wiawso, telling the young people never to be afraid. God is with you. So impressive. You talked about the laity, and I'm quite interested to know how you intend to collaborate with the laity, the lay faithful of the diocese. You want to share some insight about how you intend to collaborate with the laity?
The collaboration will all be within the context of the synod. Let's work together.
Working
because
together.
now, if you fail to collaborate, to cooperate, you want to go solo, it will be difficult. Let's listen to them.
Good.
The church is not for the clergy. The laity, I mean, everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, part of the church. So, primarily, we have to train them. Especially our catechists, societal heads. I mean, all the groups within the laity umbrella. You listen to them, pay attention to their needs, and do the best you can to help them.
Quite interesting. Yesterday, I had opportunity to interact with the laity chairman, and I'm happy you touched on it. The call was that they'll be happy you listen to them. And today, you are saying that you will listen to them. For me, I think that it is very significant. The lay people have high expectation that you will listen to them as a father, as a shepherd. Today, you are confirming and reaffirming that you are going to listen to them. I am so impressed to hear this. This is what the lay people are expecting from you as their father.
They listen to all the time. But you know, life is progressive, not retrogressive. So you start with where my emeritus left off and build on what is ahead. And I'm sure by doing that, you'll be able to progress. Already the foundation is laid.
Has been laid.
So what you need to do is put resources together to do the best you can and help them. Good. I mean, as a church, and you want to ignore the laity, it's like neglecting the church.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I think the point also must be made that you've all been laity before. Talk about laity at times. I mean, you go back as a priest once upon a time. Even still, you are one of them. So you shall listen to them and pay attention to them.
Quite interesting.
Yes.
Quite interesting. So we have priests, religious working in the dioceses. What is going to be your expectation from the priests, religious working in your diocese?
I expect them to be committed to whatever they would like to do. And also try as much as possible to give them the resources that they need to work. You need to engage them. You need to visit them, pay attention to them. I'm sure with this, you'll be working towards our common mission. Without that, it will be very difficult. There are few religious within our enclave, within the setup. And I'm sure with time, by the power of the Spirit, you may have bumper harvest one day.
Yeah.
And the work of evangelization will be easy for each and every one because everybody has a role to play. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So as an employer, you need to pay attention to your employee, but I don't want to use even that sort of, analogy or relationship. We are just members of the one family. Everybody must be respected. Yesterday, when I was speaking, I'm sure you paid attention to the speech. Everybody matters,
Yes.
but nobody is indispensable.
Indeed, everybody matters. And indeed, we have to collaborate effectively.
Sure.
My Lord Bishop, what is going to be your interest in peace building? You have been involved in peace building over the years. As second bishop, as bishop or shepherd of the Diocese of Wiawso, how do you intend to continue with what you have started or what you have been doing in the past?
For peace building, the world shouldn't joke with it. I mean, look at what is happening on the global stage. I think Nkrumah once made a statement that of what use all your resources if they are not put at the service of humanity. What you want to see is your fellow human being killing his fellow human being. Your fellow human being insulting his fellow human being. So for peace building, you need to work towards that. Education ought to be intensified. Our common humanity ought to be expressed. The dignity of the human person ought not to be taken for granted. By this, I think the Catholic social teachings have the answer.
Yeah.
To use that model to drive home the message for peace building.
That's quite interesting. We talk about the Catholic social teachings, and I think they are very significant principles that should guide the peace building process. And which of the areas would you use as a critical weapon for that?
You see, if you look at the principles, the dignity of the human person. How do you feel when you are appreciated? How do you feel when you are demeaned? How do you feel when you are not considered? But how do you feel when you are ennobled as a human person? So within this context, I mean, the question that you've asked, let everybody become aware of the fact that everybody matters. This sort of relationship may be a superior and inferior relationship. Must be considered. And treat each and every one, as Scripture says, do unto others what you expect others also to do unto you. Right?
Yes, indeed. And so if you are just watching us, this is an exclusive interview between Most Reverend Samuel Nkuah-Boateng, the second bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso. This is a collaboration between the Episcopal of Wiawso and Lumen Christi TV. We've been speaking to my Lord Bishop. He's touched on a number of critical areas, his priority areas, and how he's going to work with the young people, the laity, the priests, religious working in the houses. My Lord Bishop, what is the message you would want to give to the good people of the Western North region? This is where you are going to work. What is your message to the good people of the Western North region?
Do not be afraid. Nemusro. Bemusro yame. Yame akobukaye. Chibia boye bo for yame di oyurin. Nyame kyerɛ wate bokye fa so. Waboka wo so wa brabo. Tidia mangwara mo. Emosro. E bomba ye. De ye adwuma bɔ ese. Na nyame akoso ye sunye. Ye buye mban. Ye le yahuni. Ye oso ye suyenche. Braba wa ese. Na kroso bia no brebo ya wo fongome bebo kayo. Idi nyame esia. Ka bia bɔ mo wa won. Nyame akoso ko boka mo osa ko ha bi. Do not be afraid. Emosro kra. Nyame etiase.
Wow. And that is the message to the people in the language of the people. My Lord Bishop, you are the latest and the freshest member of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. And I must sincerely say that Most Reverend Matthew Jemfi welcomed you well at the ordination. Beautiful ceremony held. How do you feel joining the conference?
For me, I respect my bishop, so I feel happy to be with experienced people like my bishops. I will learn a lot from them. As a result of this, you could see that the feeling is very great.
Yes. So what is the message you want to share with now your brother bishops?
Oh, I felt trembling yesterday. The way they came. And the way some have also been advising me. Message of encouragement. Exhortation. Left, right, center. In the midst of them, why should I be afraid? I will consult them. They also help me. So I'm very happy that in no time I'll be in the midst of my experienced bishops. I respect them a lot. And they are seasoned bishops. That if you are at their feet, you will learn a lot. Exactly what I would do.
The chiefs and traditional leaders were well represented at your Episcopal ordination. What is your message to them? They actually affirmed their commitment and support for you. What is your message to them?
Before I give them my message, for the chiefs, yesterday I said, for we within our enclave, the Enche, those at the Diocese, and the Selfies, 3 of us. You saw the unity. You see? So, in an morning, young boy mode. Be umba no mama nyaje. Because emo ye nche na ye sibo mo si betesi ni a mama ye nyaje. Yango mo mo sa ongu butu ase. Tibo yani mo kujujo. Asa hi bole mo ahun so bole ko so ya ahun so. Aso bo wan ko so aye budi choye. No ma yititi ye, no ma ye kai ye. Ate kuma pe if ye nche o, if dadie so, if you so, if you bekwayo, if you bibia nu nka bia bo fi bia la. Yateko. Even Ghana po yateko. Da mo ase. Ti ba no mo si be ware. E bia opon beti ye. Na mo ambaba. E mo twen ma program wo yele kra ye moko. Yewi ma na ye nyaje. Yengo ma mo sa ko so ngosi ase. Kami aboka mo so.
And that was the message to the chiefs and traditional leaders within the Wiawso Diocese. The political leaders were well represented, all from the political from all political divides. What is your message to the political leaders who were present to grace your Episcopal ordination and installation?
For the political leaders, they added color to the entire celebration. And the symbolism even goes beyond color.
Mm.
The unity of Western North region.
Mm.
And all the persuasions. I was very happy. Iti yemba mo mo wa wanu. Yebomba ye memo pa. Adwuma no yese. Yete kromenia. Yete ase yaso te che osoro abofo. Ane masibo musi be yelen. Krobo nche yakro ye de son wo bre. Mvutro kan gu asa yapopa mvutro. Na mama ni ankro timbe hu che. Yakro ye wo bre. Ebi on poni moti yen. Muni nim krobo nche nyu. Uchiro double yemba obe wa wen. Belebe fabama. Western North regional. Iti ongo che bia ba to abai. Ye masibo si ye die munin ohoso. Ebie wa NDC, ebie wa NPP, ebie wa. Yati moja kumape. Teme titi ebie so e prienche. Bamre bia na timbola brebo e faso. E amie bode yin ko ye pan ya. Okofa komo. Koso yas na diwo huni a. Mre bia lan amie ko so obokoso. Timi dem ase. Mi dem ase. Kan me mo fel pa. Che bi on po be hole. Mo juma bia ba mo ye ni amie boka mo so. Amie tunzu yo pa gu mo so. Ye unche ye te krumi ni akomape. Bomre bia lan ye meni ya mo be yedie. Ye ko fe ko tudwen. Na yatu yi wajira ko so. Medam ase.
My Lord Bishop,
Sure.
the Holy Father and Apostolic Nuncio might have been very special in your life. Definitely, you have a message for them. What is the message you have for
Hello to the Holy Father.
Father?
I think you heard that message yesterday.
Mm.
I thank him very much for the trust reposed in me. But for your words of gratitude and appreciation to be meaningful, do the work that he expects from you.
Mm.
So I promise that I will serve my people.
Mm.
Not as an angel, but as a human being. And I'm sure their continued prayers will also lift me up. I'm extremely grateful to them, highly appreciative of all that they've done. Nuncio just left. So I'm grateful to them.
Yes.
I thank them.
Indeed, you must be grateful to them. And indeed, you have chosen to serve your people. The promise to serve your people.
Not only my people. I'm sure yesterday you heard the Nuncio speaking.
Mm.
You've chosen for this part. That is Western North. But you are for the entire church. Right?
Yes.
I don't want to put myself in any space of discrimination. I'm for the one holy Catholic Apostolic Church.
So thank you very much, Most Reverend Samuel Nkuah-Boateng, second Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso. It's been a wonderful time spending with you. This exclusive conversation had been very inspiring. We sincerely appreciate this collaboration. This is the Depsicom Wiawso and Lumen Christi collaboration. We are quite hopeful that we'll have some more engagement. It is our high expectation that we will be able to have some more engagement, follow up, and to come back someday to celebrate your first anniversary and many more anniversaries of your episcopacy. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Again.
Anything more than what you said, ask Damien. He will tell you.
Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So viewers, we've had an exclusive engagement an exclusive interview with the second bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Wiawso. It's been such an inspiring conversation. We've had the opportunity to listen to him. He has shared his vision, his priority areas, and what he intends to do. He says, I promise to serve my people. I promise to serve my people as a human being. I promise to serve my people. Do not be afraid. That is the motto of Most Reverend Samuel Nkuah-Boateng. We wish him well and congratulations once again. Thank you.
Lumen Christi TV, truly Catholic.